mean, I don't know.
I have to be kind of quiet because both my parents are asleep. So
just wake them up and invite them to the podcast.
Oh yeah, they would not be happy. Well, my mom doesn't matter because she is done working for this. My dad, yeah, no.
No, they would love to be in the podcast. Wake them up, say, "Hey, Mom and Dad, John wants you to be in the podcast." And you're like, "Oh, really? That's my favorite podcast. Of course I'll be in it."
I was trying to explain to my mom earlier what a podcast was. It was not easy.
Hello and welcome to the Central Nerdous System podcast, where everything is nerdy like us. I'm John, and I'm joined here today by Tyler Kolessa, who we'll call Chico.
Hello.
Adam Dunlap.
Hello.
And for his podcast debut, Matt Evans.
Hello.
Boo!
Oh,
You
well done.
stink! Where's Tyler?
That's not nice, guys.
Not a nice person.
It's not nice at all, Chico. That's why I did it. But anyway, in this podcast, we're going to be talking about a bunch of nerd culture topics and of the like. So, if there is a topic that you are interested in today, if you check in the description, there will be a link to when in the video we talk about that topic. So you don't have to listen to us flap our gums for an hour. Just like that. That's sexy, Matt. And also, there's links to exterior articles if you want further reading, because, you know, we're not informed enough. So, let's get started with a bit of a Nintendo injection, because we tend to like Nintendo on this one. Nintendo just released their prepping for E3 trailer. They had Reggie in there, and he's going to be doing some good stuff. Some good stuff totally happening. Like Mario Maker, the game that they announced last E3, is going to be available to play in Best Buys around the country. So you could actually play Mario Maker early in Best Buy. Also, the last one happened in, what was it, 1990? Did they say that was?
It's 25 years ago, so 1990.
Yep. So the last time they had was 1990, but they're bringing it back this year. The Nintendo World Championship. It's back, baby.
I'm gonna win it all.
You're going to win it all?
Yeah, bullshit.
I will.
You're going to travel to California and do it?
Okay, maybe I won't win it all.
California.
Shut up! Movie sucked.
So, the things I want to bring up here is, one, what do you think about what was mentioned in the video? Do you think that stuff is going to be pretty cool? Did you like the trailer itself? And what do you think Nintendo will have in store going into E3 this year? Because that's going to be coming up shortly.
Zelda.
Zelda?
Probably
Yeah.
gonna announce
Yeah,
Zelda.
Yeah, I concur.
Yeah.
That trailer was really cool. Fucking Reggie.
I thought it was pretty fun. I loved in the trailer when he's playing the Virtual Boy and just knocking shit off the desk.
I liked when he was on the power pad and he just gets down and he goes,
Guy walks in and he's like, "What?"
it's what everyone does.
That's exactly what everyone does.
Mhm.
'Cause
Or
who has the energy to freaking tap their feet over and over?
Me.
Who runs anymore? But yeah,
I
I thought
have
that
medals over there because I run. Where are your medals?
in my head from the war.
I actually had a bunch of medals from running too that I just put away.
Yeah, see, Matt
Sure.
doesn't need to shove them in your face, Adam.
I don't either. They're just on my wall on a picture frame hook.
So, what you were saying about Zelda there, Adam, are you thinking they're going to release, like, the full announced trailer for Zelda, or do you think you're just going to hint at it again?
No.
No, I think they'll release it as well.
They'll release a full trailer and give us a date when it's gonna be out.
Yeah. I feel Nintendo's, I don't know, I don't think they would hint at it.
I also
second
think
year
the new
running.
Star Fox is coming.
A new Star Fox?
Yes.
That'd be
What
cool.
makes you think that? I don't know. I'm just pulling this out of nowhere.
I mean, they haven't had a Star Fox in a while. They didn't make one for the Wii that I know of, right?
Did they make
No,
one?
not that I know of.
Yeah,
I think they would have
so
mentioned it.
Was there one for GameCube?
yeah, there
Yeah.
was.
Star
It didn't
Fox
sell
Scoops.
very well.
Okay.
You could be Star Fox like on the ground or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But I mean it's something.
Yeah.
I
Popular
think what they're
series.
probably going to do is this one. The thing I think is the safest possible bet. They're definitely going to do more stuff with Splatoon.
Wait, what?
Splatoon. Remember? Game.
No.
First, it's a shooter. Paint.
Oh, yes. That
Yeah,
looks really
the
good.
paint. Squids
I don't.
and whatnot. Tentacles,
I
Forgot
Japan.
about
I have no
You
idea what
remember.
that is.
Tentacles.
But yeah, they're definitely gonna be doing stuff with that because they've been kind of
Yeah.
featuring it a little bit more. We're gonna get like a more updated trailer for E3. I definitely see it. I'm
That'd
also
be
kind of
cool.
curious of what that's gonna be like when gets in the final project. So the other things with this trailer is the Nintendo World Championships. That's probably the big thing from this trailer because I know Mario Maker at Best Buy. That's cool. But literally, a video game competition is being announced.
But is it actually announced, or was he just doing it as a joke for the video, just to
Yeah,
do a
that's the
mock?
same thing. I wasn't sure of.
Actually announced. They are doing one this year.
How are they going about it though? Like, do we know any other details other than just
No,
it's
this is the
happening?
only video that they've talked about, and
Hmm.
they just said, "Hey, remember that thing from 1990? Well, we're gonna do that this year, and it's gonna be
What?
swag."
I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense because it's 25 years, but
Are they gonna be doing like qualifiers? Like, how do they even do the? I have no idea.
I don't really know the rule how they did the first one, like by the books, because I wasn't alive at the time. But it was like I'm assuming they'll probably have something along those lines. They'll have entrants and applicants, and you can play video games. If you do it good, then
I
you
mean,
go to
I'm
the-
I'm always an advocate for huge video game things and the advancement of video games. See if ESPN can cover it.
Yeah. We could get like ESPN like 20 and have it do that. Maybe
Listen.
between Magic the Gathering games.
Magic the Gathering was on 8. Don't put it
I
that
know.
like.
I don't-
wait, ESPN 8 is actually a thing?
That's
Yeah.
the thing that everyone says
Oh,
then
yeah.
when we bring it up.
Wait, what?
No, it's actually a thing. ESPN 8
8
is actually a thing.
They show
See-
Magic the Gathering.
I
Just
definitely
to like
thought that was like, wasn't that from like the movie Kickball or something like that? Or Dodgeball?
Oh, yeah.
Dodge.
Yes.
Yeah. I
But
definitely thought it was made up.
to diverge a little bit, what ESPN should do, and if you're listening, ESPN, this is what you should do.
Yeah.
You should switch all
the
this. Listen, have like all the sports and things people like, switch that to the pay for ESPN and put like Magic the Gathering and poker on normal ESPN that you don't have to pay for. So people will be like, I don't want to watch this fucking nerd shit. Pay for ESPN. Watch their football.
From a business side standpoint, that would, except they don't broadcast football.
ESPN
ESPN
doesn't
doesn't
broadcast
No,
football.
just like they don't do hockey.
highlights.
Yeah, they don't. Does ESPN actually have like contracts for like any of the major sports?
Billiards.
I don't. Yeah.
I
You
was
know what?
just about to
Now that I
say,
think about it, they got
major
rid of
sporting
NASCAR
events.
too. They're not
'Cause
doing
they don't
NASCAR either. So what sports does ESPN have?
Football.
But no, we're not
ESPN
sure.
doesn't do
No.
football.
They don't do football.
Football.
Oh, soccer.
Soccer? No.
No, they don't.
No
NBC
soccer
does.
either. What does ESPN do? They just
ESPN.
show. They just
ESPN
show
has
Sports
turned
Center
into a
back to
talk show
back.
network.
It is basically all this is
Yeah,
talk.
it's
Yes,
just Sports
yeah.
Center
Talk
back
show,
to back.
highlights, and
Here's what's
Yeah.
happening on all those
Yeah.
other channels.
I think they do some like auto racing and stuff like that, but I don't know.
They used
There
to.
is some-
Like, NBC and CBS have been doing the auto racing now. They haven't really been doing much on ESPN.
Yeah, that's true. I'm actually
But
curious.
even if ESPN did move their sports to the paid side, you would have to see the amount of money that they make from ad revenue compared to the money that they would make from direct subscriptions.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just thought of it and I thought it
Yeah,
was.
well, you're stupid. Your idea was stupid.
Whoa!
You should feel bad.
Chico, please.
Oh,
That's good.
God.
You made him cry, Chico.
Good.
At least you can't beat me up this time.
You're right.
He's
I
in
would have
his
to
own
try.
house. He's safe.
God. This house
But,
is fucking scary. Things are
Tyler's-
like about to fall apart. Have you seen the
They're
ceiling?
not. Oh my god.
I
You're just
like
like, be careful of the ceiling. You might die.
I like to imagine that
I
when you
never
look at
said
Chico's
that.
house, those 3 walls are the only walls that are actually like sturdy. Everything else is just like falling apart and water damaged.
Who do we know? How do we know? Maybe it's just a set.
I know
His room is just a set. It's a Hollywood set. I mean, it is always exactly the same messiness, always.
I know. Like he never touches it.
God damn it. Now I have to kill
he
all of
does.
you.
No, he does. He moves it onto his chair, and then he's just like, "Don't touch my clean stuff."
Okay, what
It'll make it
was,
on the bed someday.
I had my laundry on my bed. I went to bed, so therefore I had to move my laundry onto the chair. I didn't do anything with the laundry, so when Adam came over, he pulled the chair out, saw all the laundry, and then like proceeded to throw it on the floor. And I'm like, "That's
I
all
was not
clean
throwing
laundry."
it on the floor. I was putting it on the other clean clothes that were in the dirty hamper bin.
Those are clean clothes in a hamper. Not hampers do not signify dirty clothes. They just signify clothes.
In my house, they signify dirty clothes.
Yeah, they're dirty clothes for us too.
You guys are just not as lazy as I am.
I know. When I get clean clothes in a hamper, usually they get hung up in a closet like 5 seconds later.
See that? Clean clothes.
And then you're gonna move them to your chair when you go to bed.
Oh yeah. Well,
See that?
I'm not saying I don't do it.
Also, clean clothes, which before I go to sleep will be hung up in my closet.
Clean
Getting
clothes. Clean portal-based clothing.
Aha.
But anywho,
So what's
what about Nintendo? Yeah, we
I like-
completely glossed over Nintendo here. Well,
We didn't go.
so I just want to ask one thing there. Are you excited for Nintendo at E3, or do you think they're gonna not have enough for it?
I'm afraid they're overhyping it. I mean, I'm excited, but I'm afraid they're going to overhype it.
I'm just gonna come out now and say I was never a Nintendo fan that much.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I never grew up with Nintendo either, but I'm a little excited about what they're doing here. They got some good stuff in the works. It's just that I'm probably not going to get to enjoy it because I haven't been in the market for buying consoles lately. So
Yeah, like
Yeah, that is
honestly,
true.
I'm not hyped really for anything E3 right now because no really big PS4 things coming out. I don't have really any.
Fallout
Nintendo,
we'll save that for later, though. We're going to talk about that.
but
So yeah, I'm excited for Nintendo, but they need to make sure they hit all the right marks to make
Yeah.
sure that they win E3 this year. And we
Yep.
will be talking about E3 when it happens. We did a show last year on E3, which was a little bit of a longer one, but I mean, yeah. But don't worry, we might do something this year. We might split up each conference into a separate podcast or something. Yeah, I'm thinking about it this year. That way we can go more in depth.
We should watch the conference live and podcast during it.
Mystery Science Theater 3000, that shit.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
hmm
That'd be cool.
We wouldn't be able to share video because copyright, but
Well, we could just.
no, you can't. You can't. Fraser did that with that, and he couldn't show it. He had to pixelate it and say, "Hey, you watch it while I talk." That's how
So we
I
would
watched
just-
it, actually.
We would just watch it would just be a normal podcast, but probably just while we're watching it. Then
I didn't know we had to digitize it. I don't
Well, also,
remember.
wait a second. That would also be much longer because the conference is relatively long. It would be longer than if we just did the
break it up into
podcast.
episodes.
Yeah. I know, but still.
But
they'd be
enough
pretty
about
long
our
episodes.
channel.
Yeah, okay. Let's go quickly to another Nintendo topic. I don't really have a lot on this one, because it's not like a tangible game, but it's something that's pretty cool. I kind of want your opinion on it. So, Universal Studios is going to be having a new attraction or attractions. It's still in the works. They're going to be based off Nintendo and Nintendo characters. Now, this could be rides or, family fun events over there. But Nintendo, for the first time, is teaming up with an amusement park to do stuff. Well, at least I think this.
Studios, no doubt.
Yeah, at least I think this is the first time they've been teamed up with a theme park. I don't know, because they could have been doing stuff in Japan, for all I know, but... So,
Probably, yeah.
I know, like, none of us are real big, Universal Studios goers, because we don't live anywhere near it. I only know one person that goes to Universal frequently, and he lives in Florida, like, right next to it, so... I mean, why not, if it's right there? You could find him. I won't give his name out, but...
Damn it.
I'll tell you after the show. So I just want to know if this is exciting news, maybe not for you, but if you think this will be a good thing for for society as a whole, Nintendo at Universal. And secondly, do you like this course of action of video games being accepted enough to get their own theme parks, attractions, and whatnot?
I don't know if it's so much video games being accepted to get their own theme park. I think it's more, hey, we're Nintendo. Everyone knows Nintendo. If you like us, you hate us, you know us. We're Nintendo. Here's some money,
true.
Make us more money.
It is true. I mean, too, I don't stay up to date with it, but last I knew, like, Wii U sales weren't, like, the greatest, and Nintendo wasn't doing super hot.
They're picking up, though, because of, Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, so I feel like this
Brothers.
also could be a way to help possibly bring that up. Like, people are going to be like, go to the thing and be like, ooh, Nintendo, I remember this kind of stuff, and maybe want to go out and buy it or something like that.
Yeah, I think this will be really good for, like, getting back into things, because, I mean, already they're considered, like, the company for kids.
Yeah.
This is also going to really, like, relate to the kids even more, I feel. Because if you go on a ride with them, and the kids are like, wow, they're going to be like,
Mario!
I want to buy all their games and merchandise.
I'm just curious how they're gonna like present, like, are they gonna do like themed rides, or is it just gonna be like Legoland, where it's more based on like not rides but other kind of stuff?
I don't think it's gonna be like a Legoland per se, because I mean it's gonna be a part of Universal Studios.
Well, yeah,
theme
but
park, so
I mean, are they gonna do like themed rides then for the different kinds of games and stuff? Or?
Yeah,
maybe.
so you also have to keep in mind Hogsmeade is in Universal Studios. Could be something like that. Could be like the Nintendo Land hub in that game that came with the Wii U.
Oh, that would be cool.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, walking around there, and you could play that tag game. Like that one.
Someone gets to put on a Mario hat, everyone else puts on a Toad hat, and
just imagine just 100 kids just running around. Oh man.
No, I would not want to work there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to work there, but I would want to watch it from afar. That seems like it would be funny. A tiny child stampede.
Binoculars.
Well, not binocular.
You end up looking like a pedophile.
Oh,
I do.
Oh, fuck.
Chica, what do you think about all this?
It's definitely a good marketing idea. I'll give you that. It's fantastic for making money.
Money is money.
I think that's the biggest thing behind it is marketing.
So what kind of what rides would you want to see there? Like, what would you come up with if you were in charge of making the Nintendo themed rides at Universal?
The Yoshi ride thingy thing.
Wow, where, Chico, you're really good.
Like, okay, I don't know the name of it. It's the thing. It's like they're either helicopters or airplanes. You sit in them, and it's for little kids, obviously. And you push the bar up to go up, and you push the bar down to go down. Like it's like one of those things.
Oh yeah, that thing also made me vomit on everything.
And they go in circles and they go up and down.
Cool thing would be like being in Samus Aran's ship, like. Virtual ship, it like goes
like
on,
a roller coaster.
And like Ridley comes out and like all that.
An easy one for him to do would be like a roller coaster that is themed after the new Mario Kart game too. Like
that would be fun.
That'd be really easy too. Like you could
that or a go-kart track.
That'd be cool. Yeah, a go-kart track.
Obviously.
But you wouldn't be able to do like, I don't know,
with all the jumps and upside down stuff.
Well, not all that,
that
but
may not be good.
It'd be cool if like
you could do
terrifying.
That.
It'd be cool if like maybe like they had in the carts there where you can kind of hit like a button on the dash. Like if you can pick up like a power up and it will like stop another person's cart for a second.
That would be really hard to do.
They could do roller coasters, like 2 roller coasters that run right next to each other or whatever, and they're actually like racing, and there are things to slow the other track down and stuff like that.
Duck hunt.
But no, getting back to that
guy in a costume and the dog going like.
I would punch that guy in the face.
Oh, that guy would die. He wouldn't make it past day 1.
So go ahead, Chico.
Yeah.
So getting back to that the go-kart thing, it actually would be pretty easy to do like the power-ups where you just press a button and it shuts down someone else's cart, because that's how they control, at least from what I've seen from the go-kart tracks I've gone on, that's how they control the throttle and speed of the engine when you're coming back into the
Yeah, so they could do that. Like maybe like instead of, you can't actually crash through boxes on the course there to get, but maybe like there's like platforms on the racetrack itself that when you run over it, it gives you the little thing.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Then like you get like the little electric cloud and it just electrocutes everyone on the racetrack. Well, like it would actually like it would slow everyone's speed down, because that's what it does in Mario Kart. It would slow everyone's speed down. You go like,
and then you run them over.
Yeah.
They're tiny.
Their little shoes flying off left and right. Man, I want this go-kart track now.
This got really morbid really quick.
Well, yeah, this is what happens when you get like 4 sick individuals in a podcast scenario talking about Nintendo.
That's
three sick individuals. I would like to say that I'm perfectly sick.
You're pretty sick,
Adam,
Matt. I've seen you eat apples.
Mental, Adam.
I've seen how you've eaten apples, Matt. It's pretty terrifying.
Wow.
But so I think that's it. Unless we got any more ideas of what they could do. So let's move forward. So the newest AAA title has been announced officially with a trailer. Assassin's Creed Syndicate is going to be coming out in the future, and it's going to be set in Victorian England.
Woo.
Well, actually, I would be woo, because that's I like that time period.
The trailer looks really cool, actually.
Yeah, very nice trailer.
I mean, I probably won't play the game or get it or anything like that. I mean, I bought Assassin's Creed 3, and I've only played like the first 10% of it.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed as a series is cool, but I never really got overly into it. Not that it's bad, though. I mean, given what the last game was.
I mean, I like to just, my big thing with Assassin's Creed, I more enjoyed it. I bought 3 thinking I was going to enjoy it a lot, but when before that, all I had really played was, at Tyler's house, messing around, just running around and killing people, and not actually
and then me and you and Andrew played it for a bit.
Yeah, not actually playing, so it's I don't know.
Yeah. Anyone here... You said?
My big problem with these games is I always look at the trailers. Ever since the trailer for 3 came out, I'm like, wow, that looks really good. And then it comes out, I don't get around to buying it. I don't play it. I don't care at all. I'm not I have to go buy this, because usually one of my other friends will buy it and I'll watch them play it or play it myself. And they're just, it's a rinse cycle. They just do the same thing over and over, but with a different skin.
And in the case of the last game, no skin, because of their horrible graphical glitches.
Yes, it was pretty terrible.
Speaking of, unless you have something else.
I don't know.
And it's the same thing with this trailer. I looked at it, it's wow, that looks really cool. New time period, that looks awesome, but it's the same thing.
The mechanics are so much the same. It just added different weapons, basically.
But you'll be surprised that it's 75. Their tagline right now is, it took 75 years between the last game and this game, but it's going to feel like 5,000 because of the technology innovations.
Yeah, better.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to do that. Also, that's a very, very uncatchy tagline.
Right.
It took 75 years between the plot of this game and the last game, but it'll feel like the technological advancements will be 5,000. Rolls off the tongue.
Hooray. Print it.
So,
Assassin's Creed has just gone very, very, very downhill.
So I want to point this out with this next topic, because they both kind of interrelate. So Project Cars was just released. We mentioned it on our last podcast, but it wasn't released at the time. It just came out. And unfortunately, on the console versions of it, there's some very severe physics glitches that are kind of dampening their release. And down below in the description, there is a clip of one such incident where someone was running the 24 Hours of Le Mans and got to hour 23 and a half when all of a sudden his car just exploded out of pit road and crashed into the moon. So,
yeah, basically. Straight into the air and just spun around.
Mm-hmm. So, I think the big discussion topic here is, what do you guys think about the developers' push to get the game on release date, even when some things aren't completely done yet? And do you think the release date is more important than the finished product?
Well, I feel like with Project Cars, they felt like they had to release it. Because if I'm not mistaken, they've already postponed it, the release date, multiple times. Probably at least 5 different times. I think originally it was going to come out like last fall. I think originally. And then they pushed it to like February and then March. And now like April. And I don't know. I feel like they felt like they were just like, okay, the fans are going to start turning away. And we need to get something out now. And then we can fix it later, possibly. Mm-hmm. I mean, the PC version I've seen no issues with the PC version. It's just consoles.
Right. Well, the only reason you're not seeing issues with the PC version is because that's what they started with from their Kickstarter campaign. Like, that was where the game originated from. And then they're like I believe it was probably like late January, early February. They're like, yeah, it's coming to console now.
Yeah, they ported it out. So
it's...
Yeah, maybe something with the way the consoles do their things just isn't working with their physics engine.
Yeah.
Because their physics engine, I'm assuming, is custom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd assume it's their own. Yeah.
Yeah, like they didn't like just using like making like I don't know Unity.
Unreal.
Or Unreal.
No, it's probably their own.
Yeah. So I can understand that totally, and also I see the other portion of it where if you delay the game too long, it can really hurt the sale of it. Because the thing I mention every time in this podcast that we talk about delayed releases, Death Road to Canada, was announced like 2 or 3 years ago. And they're like, hey, we're going to kickstart this thing. It's going to be this cool permadeath zombie road trip simulator. It's going to be great. And they showed it, and it looked really cool. And they kickstarted it, and it just has not come out yet because the developers keep saying like we're improving it still. There's more stuff we want to add and make better so that when this game's released, it looks really nice.
So that better be the best damn game ever.
I know, that's the thing. It better be the best zombie road trip simulator that leads you to Canada I've ever played.
Is this both of the companies' first game release? Like, is it
No.
Project Cars, this isn't their first game released?
Yes.
That company?
It is.
It is?
Oh, it's their first game?
Yeah.
So that's you can understand like, oh god, we don't want like anything bad happening. We don't want to lose all of the fans that we have gotten. We got to push this out. We got to release it, whatever.
Yeah.
But you gotta think, oh, maybe we should play test this a little more. Like, I mean, Skyrim was really buggy when it came out.
Like to a point. To a point.
To a point where it is completely unplayable.
For what?
I don't remember. That's just what I remember. That
because I got it like was 2 months afterwards, after it came out on PC, and I mean there was like glitches and stuff like that, but
wasn't the PC release of Skyrim delayed though?
Yeah,
past the console.
Oh, was it? Okay, that's I don't know. That's possible.
No, console was out first.
Okay.
And like that was, I saw a lot of glitches with it.
Yeah.
On the release, like, so you have to, with new companies, you have to figure out how much is enough playtest, how much is too much, what you gotta cut a line, like we cannot add this, or we have to add this before this game gets released.
Like honestly,
it's
like
a very hard line to figure out, but you gotta do it.
Project Cars is kind of like, it's like that simulator game, racing game, like hardcore sim game, but it's also kind of appealing to non-sim racers as well. Mm-hmm. And by them releasing it sooner, it made it more appealing to non-sim racers. But the longer it got delayed and more delayed and more delayed, those non-sim racers were just going to be like, eh.
Oh yeah,
The sim racers, like the really hardcore guys, they would have sat in there and really waited for like this game because it would have been like revolutionary. But I think they just did it. They need to get it out there quick for like marketing reasons to be able to sell it to a wider audience, even though it really ended up screwing them because the arcade racers are more the people that are on console and the sim guys are on PC where it's working properly. So
yeah, I have a question in case you guys know, 'cause I haven't really been paying attention to these two. Are Gran Turismo and Forza releasing new games soon? Or have they already released one?
Gran Turismo 7 has been teased.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard anything of Forza because Forza is the Xbox brand. I don't give a shit.
You know, because I was wondering if they had planned releases, because I can understand maybe Project Cars beating them to the punch.
I know from what I've read about Project Cars, they wanted to beat the next Forza and Gran Turismo, but I mean, obviously they did, but at what cost? You know?
Yeah. Like, I don't think that if they can patch this relatively quickly, I don't think it's going to hurt them too bad.
No,
depends on how
just
quickly
need to do it
the
quick.
patch comes by. Like, I mean, if you can get the patch out quick, like Lisa, the Painful RPG, they had a issue at the beginning. It wasn't like a glitch; it was just an oversight where you could die before you finished the tutorial, and it would send you all the way back to the beginning of the game. So it would be like a 15-minute cutscene of things that you would have to sit through a second time, and it was really annoying. And a lot of reviewers actually dismissed the game right away simply because of that. But luckily he fixed it early on. I mean, it's a one-person development team.
Yeah.
He fixed it very quickly and fixed a couple other bugs and glitches in a patch. So he was able to save it, and people went back and they said, you know what, this game is much better than we initially thought. So,
but I think what this company, that Project Cars is, I don't know the company, but I think they just got scared. They saw like this game was getting really hyped. They saw that people might start losing interest if they push it back, so they just pushed it out. And maybe next time they make a game, they'll discover who their fan base is, discover who is still playing them 6 months later, and that's the people that hopefully they'll start appealing to. Hopefully they don't try and appeal to the bro gamers every time they try and make a game.
The bro gaming market's my favorite market.
You know what might have scared them?
Market ever.
I just remembered this. When the new Ford GT was released, debuted at the what auto show was that, Chico? Do you know? Was it Detroit?
Yeah.
There was a whole bunch of stuff that came out afterwards from somewhat official seeming places of a teased
the new Forza.
Oh yeah, we covered that.
With
I just remembered
the Ford GT on the front of it, and I mean the Ford that was released like late last fall, I think it was, maybe early this spring. I don't remember when the Detroit shows.
I think it was last year because that was when our last podcast was.
So it would be that maybe that was like they were like, ooh, maybe this game actually is coming out really soon. Like, let's get this out there.
They got spooked.
Yeah. I think Assetto Corsair may have spooked him a bit. I think didn't that get released yet, or?
Assetto Corsa is released and is actually really freaking good. Like I haven't played it myself, but I've seen some stuff on it and it looks really good.
Yeah, that might have been actually the thing that could have spooked them, because Assetto Corsair kind of came out a little after Project Cars was announced, at least from when I heard of it. And then it came out and it was good, apparently, based on what you're saying.
It was released after Project Cars, like it was like talked about after Project Cars was talked about, but then was released beforehand. So, I don't know.
I do. Before we move forward, I do want to talk quickly about another aspect of this, which relates to Assassin's Creed a little bit more. When a major studio pushes out their game for release date, and it turns out that it's massively buggy. And we saw that a lot last year, especially with the new Assassin's Creed. They came out that year, the one that was in France or whatever. And
I don't even know. Wait, which Assassin's Creed was this?
What was it called? Unity?
Unity. Oh,
yeah.
Literally, I thought the last one that came out was Black Flag.
Here, I'm gonna link some stuff in there for people who don't know. And Matt, you'll have to look it up. But some of the graphical glitches on there are terrifying. It's hilarious, just how terrifying they are. It's like, just imagine remember the NBA 2K15 face maker?
Oh, good God, that was miserable.
It's like if all those faces melted.
Actually, no, it wasn't miserable. It was miserable for you guys.
Yeah, it worked for you.
Perfectly for me.
Because you have the perfect face, apparently. It was completely fine. I think there was just like one little imperfection in the model. Everyone else was just like...
Wasn't Chico's the worst?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My guy looked Hispanic. But like a melted Hispanic person. But yeah. So what do you think about games by the major studios that get pushed out to release and they end up being just like really buggy?
Oh, well, I've got one for you.
Shoot.
Drive Club.
Last year
was supposedly a launch title for the PS4. Was pushed back, I believe, about a half a year. Was released. All that game was hyped up to be was a social media racer. You made a crew, you made all your friends in the crew, you raced against other crews. Got it on launch day, downloaded it, installed it, played the game. None of the online features worked for at least 3 weeks.
I remember that. You were fucking pissed.
That is the only reason I bought the game. Was because that's how you played the game. And none of it worked. Half a year after their initial release date.
What was the game that you were playing? The driving game?
Crew?
Yeah.
What about that?
No. Was that the one that
recently,
you were...
when you were over at my house? Yeah, it was The Crew.
That was really cool.
That one is pretty good. That one, I won't lie, is pretty good.
I heard some bad reviews about that, though. Like, didn't they say there was stuff that they said was going to be in it that wasn't? Or that was buggy or something? Don't
know off the top of my head. It wasn't. Not that I can see there's not that many bugs. There might have been some left out content, but...
Yeah, I heard...
For what I know it as, it's fine.
Yeah, because I heard like it was really hyped up, and then like when it got to release, just really disappointed. From what I heard, at least. I could be wrong, but... I just said once it hit release, it just like all hype of it died, like right there, like right at launch.
I remember we were waiting in line at GameStop for Drive Club, and like NBA came out that day.
Yeah, 2K15 came out the same night.
So we were just standing there. We're just like, we don't see like anything for this game. Did we get the day wrong? What's going on?
Yeah.
Then we go up there.
I walked up to the cashier. I was like, "Yeah, I'm here for my the Drive Club pre-order," and she's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm here to pick it up." And she's like, "Wow, you're like the second person to come in for this game." The only other weirder thing we had that night was someone came in for Alien Isolation on pre-order.
One person for Alien Isolation.
One person.
Pre-order. Yeah! We're just like, this guy's fucking weirder than we are.
I got my game. I walked out. Everybody was like, the fuck did he get?
And then, but that's the thing though, is that Alien Isolation turned into such a freaking amazing game.
I know. So that guy ended up winning in the end.
I didn't hear anything about it.
It was considered one of the best games of last year in terms of like the bigger titles.
Yeah. I watched a full playthrough of it, multiple people, like different YouTubers, and also played it in person with friends up at school. Yeah, it was amazing and terrifying. Like I watched it the fifth time and still got scared of stuff.
The reason I think a lot of people don't realize that is because there was an Alien game that came out shortly before that. What was it? Colonial Marines. Yeah, and that one just like shat the bed.
Worst game freaking ever.
It was one of the worst. God. So. It's kind of weird of how it just came back.
People compare it. What was it? Oh God. was it the ET game
Baby,
that was like amazing? They're like horribly awful, like everything.
Yeah.
I've seen people compare the Colonial Marines game to the ET game.
I could see that.
What, was it ET that they found a landfill full of
Yep.
games?
Yes.
Like they couldn't sell them. They just all came back. They all returned them, so they just buried them in a landfill. Which people thought it was a rumor or a lie or an urban legend for years. They literally proved it. And then, yes, they did bury them.
Did you know the angry video game nerd said that E.T. was not the worst game ever made?
Yeah, I did
He
know
said
that.
it was really bad. He said it was a really, really, really bad game, but he didn't say it's the worst game ever.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Hey,
it
he
could have
said
been
was pretty decent.
worst game for that time though, at the very least.
Well, people give it credit as the worst game ever made, so
I mean, it's pretty bad.
watch the angry video game movie.
I've never even seen anything about it.
Man, you just live in that bubble.
It's an Atari game.
Yeah.
What else do you want?
You don't play it.
It's a 2600 game.
Yep. So,
Jump and shoot.
unless we got anything else in this, I think we can move
The
forward.
fuck was that?
Because I saw
Did you steal my soul?
The fuck was that?
Man, I think it probably wastes a lot of the fluid in there.
It knew.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Crack later.
We need to go bigger.
Go big or go home. But on that note, let's move forward. This one there isn't a lot of info on this yet. Chico, stop distracting me! Anyway, rumor has it that Fallout 4 is going to be released soon. Well, at least it's going to be in development.
No, you mean it has been released? No.
No, it hasn't been released.
I know.
What?
Fallout 4 is
How
going to
did
be
I
coming.
miss this?
How I missed Fallout 4? Did they not market it? But yeah, so Fallout 4 is apparently in the works because of we had a thing similar to this last time in our last podcast. Someone wrote on their LinkedIn that they were going to be an artist for Fallout 4, and they were working for MourningStarStudios, which is Guillermo del Toro's studio. And a lot of times you get those hoaxes that come out. Someone will just be like, "Tee, I'm working on Half-Life 3," and
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
yeah, but this one here,
That should be
they think has more credence because Murata Studios tried actively to take that down and stop all news of that coming out.
Yeah.
So people are thinking that this might be something because this is they're trying to actually stop it from being released. If it was a hoax, they would have really done nothing or
I
just let it
believe
die.
that Bethesda is actually headlining E3 this year.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yes.
Interesting. So,
I don't know, but I'm saying yes more as out of excitement.
I just want to leave it open. Are you excited for Fallout 4?
If it's a real thing, yes.
Yeah.
Indirectly, yes.
Indirectly, yes.
I'm not excited for Fallout 4, but if Fallout 4 is in development, it'll probably, and that means that most likely pre-early development is possibly starting on the new Elder Scrolls game, which is what gets me excited.
They're releasing this unrelated game, so ergo, they must be releasing my favorite game series.
Well,
Ergo, that means that this
All
is
the
the fourth one, and that would be the sixth Skyrim.
not Skyrim, Elder
It's
Scrolls.
not Skyrim.
Skyrim 6 is coming out.
Whatever.
Confirmed. This podcast confirmed it. Skyrim 6. You heard it here first, folks.
And then 6 plus 4 is 10, and you know what number can't get to 10 really easily? 3. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Illuminati.
Gonna go with Illuminati. No, but in all seriousness, so all Bethesda, they seem to tend to alternate back and forth between their games. New Vegas came out just before Skyrim did. So
Yeah. So
Not just
maybe.
before.
well, it was like a year.
It was about
Had
2
to been
years.
like
Okay.
3.
Well, not long after New Vegas was released, they started showing stuff about the new Elder Scrolls game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing too, is I've talked to my family about this. One of my cousins has played all the Elder Scroll games, and he was always talking about like making fun of me that I like got into it after the mainstream Skyrim one came out and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But the thing is I didn't play Skyrim just to play it. Like I read up on all the lore or like a lot of the lore in the universe, and
DeLorean?
I freaking played through that game so many times and stuff like that like I became an Elder Scrolls as a fan. Like
I've got to play it still. I have it on Steam, and because it's in my Steam library, I haven't played it yet. I have a summer free, so
honestly,
maybe I'll
John,
give it a shot.
I really think you would enjoy it because it's just like
I think I would too.
I played
Oblivion was
Oblivion.
where it was at.
I thought about getting Oblivion at one point.
No, I played Morrowind. That game sucked. That was really bad.
I doubt
Morrowind
it.
was
As a
really
time, I bet it was probably good.
But it wasn't a
It was
good.
amazing.
Yeah.
But like, the main thing was if sometimes you would actually hit the person and it would say you would miss. Like that was the most annoying thing for me. Just like,
Yeah, but you gotta take into account when that game was made.
yeah,
I mean, at the time, it was like freaking revolutionary.
yeah. But I don't know. I need to play through all of New Vegas. I have all that on my Skype or my
Bro.
stream.
Elder Scrolls Arena was the best.
The original
Yeah.
one. I always.
Um,
What was the second one? I always forget what the second one was. It was Arena, then
Daggerfall.
Daggerfall, then Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim. I think the next one's probably gonna be like
Hammerfell.
Like, butt touch.
Or the
What's the-
Khajiit place. I really want the Khajiit place.
where's
Whatever it's called.
are the Khajiits from the same place as the Argonians?
They're from the Isles, the Khajiits.
Oh, the Argonians are from the swampy place. Elsewhere? No,
Mm.
Elsewhere.
Elsewhere is where either the Khajiits or the
God.
Argonians are from.
I think it's the Khajiits.
I really let them have their moment.
I have
No, but seriously, like I'm excited. I hope that.
Mm.
I mean,
That would be cool.
I've
Yeah.
watched some of
I
the
doubt
playthrough
there'll
of,
be
um,
anything released at E3.
Yeah.
on the
Yeah, I was just
Elder
about-
Scrolls,
I was
but
just about to ask, do you think we're going to hear anything about Fallout 4 at E3, or do you think it's going to be too early?
Oh, Fallout will definitely.
Fallout. Yes, I don't
about-
think they're going to release anything on
Nothing
Elder
about
Scrolls.
Elder
no,
Scrolls.
no.
Yeah, nothing.
I agree.
Like,
I-
right now,
Elder
Matt
Scrolls-
Evans is saying that Elder Scrolls confirmed for 2018.
Release. Wait,
Because of-
I
well,
understand.
when Skyrim
Yeah.
came out in 2011 and Oblivion came out in 2006, so that's 5 years. So 5 years from 2011 would be 2016. Maybe they'll like they could release like teasers maybe next E3, not this
$20
coming one.
teaser.
But like
Goo.
no, but I think Fallout will be definitely at least teased, like officially teased or whatever at this E3.
Because that would be
I've
pretty
watched
strong
some
for
but-
Bethesda, because they're covering it up right now, so maybe they want to make sure that they make the full impact release at E3. So that could be a good possibility, and I would like to. Are you okay, Adam?
I sneezed.
They gotta make it. They gotta make it good too, though, because they really screwed up with Elder Scrolls Online. So
Mhm. Yeah, though I'm not anticipating that they're gonna make a full trailer release. I think it's either gonna be what they were doing with what was it? Dragon's Age, where they had maybe a trailer where they kind of showed like alpha things and environments, or
Yeah.
they're gonna
How
they're just
pretty
gonna
is
say, "Hey, it's gonna be in development."
Yeah.
Whoop, that ends our conference. See you
I mean,
later.
honestly, just saying that though would be good enough. Like I've watched some playthrough of Fallout. I don't think it was. I don't know. It might have been New Vegas, but it might have been Fallout. I don't know. One of them. And I thought it looked pretty cool. So I mean, I probably would never play it, but I would probably watch like maybe a playthrough of it or something like that if they make a new one.
Mm-hmm. All right then. So next up is gonna be the thing that's gonna
wait.
what?
So I forgot about this, and I just remembered about it, and I will link it right now. We're going off script here, so I'm sorry.
Oh my
But
god, I don't think I
If
can
it's
handle
Dota
this.
related, I'm going to kill you.
I need
It's
to
not
buckle in.
at all.
I need to buckle
It's
in. It's
100%
Hearthstone
not.
related.
no.
Get it right.
We just talked about a game getting announced.
Yep,
Let's talk about a game getting canceled.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Silent Hill got canceled.
Yep.
And they got rid of PT off the store.
Yep.
Yeah. You can't even re-download it if you got rid of it off your system.
Yeah. So you know what that means.
However,
PlayStations was not going to sell for big bucks.
There is a Minecraft adventure map of it that is actually like really freaking good. Like really close to the original.
It's like PT but blockier.
It's really good, but yeah, it's kind of funny that they canceled it. I don't know.
Guillermo del Toro was working with that too, right?
Yep. So that's what reminded me of it. Hideo Kojima and Del Toro, they had a fight with Konami, and I think it was Kojima that left, and Del Toro
left. Yeah.
Del Toro was like talking about how, like on Twitter, that Silent Hill wasn't happening or whatever, and then Konami confirmed it a couple days later. So
is Konami gonna die as a company now?
I hope not, because that new Metal Gear looked fucking awesome.
I really want
Metal Gear. Kojima left, so like, what's going on with the new Metal Gear?
Oh my god, I didn't even think. Oh my god, please don't get rid of Metal Gear.
Well, hey, don't worry, they have the paid beta demo test.
What, the $20
yeah.
Shitty. That thing was so shitty.
You can tell they're struggling because they had to charge $20 for just like a quick 2-hour test of their engine. So I don't know. Konami is scaring me. I'm not sure. Hey, you know that thing? You know that thing you all wanted? Well, it's not happening from us.
Actually, if you think about it, though, Kojima, like, his personal studio made most of the Metal Gear series. So, I mean, with funding from Konami. So, maybe he'll just be like, hey, now I have my own company. Let's get Del Toro in here and let's make Metal Gear. Let's make blah, blah, blah. Let's make blah, blah, blah. Let's just start throwing games out.
Will they have the licensing for Metal Gear? That's the problem. Does that lie
his
with...
His name's all over it.
Mm-hmm.
But
his name could be all over it.
His name could be all over it, but it could still be owned by Konami.
It's like The Sims with Will Wright. Because it's technically... Now it's EA property, though Will Wright, his name's all over it. Same with the Sim Cities and whatnot.
Whoever owns the name of Metal Gear will decide its fate. Hopefully, Kojima, like, for some reason, has the name. If he does, we're probably going to see really good things. He can get funding from other people. We know that for a fact. Because it's fucking Hideo Kojima.
And also, I mean, say if they can't get it, that does leave the possibility for a new, like a new title that could, be pretty interesting. Kind of like with Ukulele and the people who from Banjo-Kazooie are making that. That could be a potential new character combo that people like, new game series that people like. So hey, that could be something that comes out of it.
But
Konami has the rights because Kojima Productions is a subsidiary of Konami.
Yeah, so.
Shitty.
Konami, unless they sold it to them. But,
for money.
Because they need it. I just had this mental imagery of just like Konami does a presentation at E3, and it's just them staring at the audience sadly for like an hour and a half. No trailers are shown. Just we got
it's
nothing.
Like, we're sorry.
just that for an hour and a half.
But let's hope that Metal Gear is still really good. I've always loved Metal Gear. I have watched all of the games been played. I want to play all the games myself. If they ever release like a remastered of all the games on my PS4, I will get that in an instant.
They released it on PS2, scrub.
I hope so, because I named my dick Solid Snake.
They released 1, 2, and 3 back on PS3. Remastered.
Can we remaster them again and put them on 4?
No.
Or like a master, like a...
Adam,
collections.
you asked now. Edition. You asked now, so they're not going to do it.
Shut up.
Just because you asked.
Shut up. I want to play through 4 because I don't remember all of 4.
I've never played any of them, but they always, I don't know, I never even watched them.
Oh, so
But-
good.
Which is
4
weird
was
because, like,
amazing.
they, like, suit my style of games pretty well.
What, sneak around and try not to get caught?
Yeah, pretty
Tactical
much.
espionage action.
Yeah.
Tyler, did you like 2?
I didn't play 2. I played 3 and 4.
Okay. Because I
know
played
the whole story behind everything, but I only played 3
yeah,
and 4.
but because everyone hated 2. Like 2 is like one of the least liked of all of them, just because of Raiden.
Snaker was Snaker. Snake Eater was amazing.
Snaker.
Oh my, Snake Eater was love that game.
And then Guns of the Patriots, I played that one the most.
Which one was that?
4.
Okay. But spoiler alert, how long could you stand over Big Boss before you shot her? I think our brothers.
I think I did it instantly. Like,
Here, shoot the
I was
thing.
just
All
like-
right.
I think
No,
our brothers
this-
just like stood there for like 20 minutes to see if anything would happen. I
They're
could see them
stupid.
doing that. Oh yeah.
But yeah, I was like, hey, what's up? Bam, you're dead. Okay, bye.
Haha, lol.
On with the story.
I'm Big Boss.
Hooray! Game over.
So,
I want to play those games.
mhm.
You bastard.
So now let's talk about a game that we all really enjoy. The Madden franchise. Madden 16 trailer has been released, and boy, it looks different. It looks so different.
Don't you lie to me.
Yeah, dude, it's a whole new game. They didn't just take the coding from Madden 2005.
I will actually care about any sport game when they can make moves actually link up together nice and smooth and not look jerky and actually look like natural human beings.
It's just that
I
EA
mean-
sucks at, but they have all the licenses.
Yeah,
There are
it's-
much better companies that have made sports games in the past, but because EA bought up the license for every major sport,
Mm-hmm.
they can't do anything with it. So
It's just
That-
like
That's
It's
how
awful.
you get games like PES, like PES or whatever, that soccer game that
Mhm.
came out. That wasn't EA, but it was a fantastic game. Like, everybody prefers that game over whatever.
there was
soccer,
a football game apparently
FIFA.
called Pro Football, and it
Yeah.
like all the motions are really fluid in there. There's the players can actually get injured during the play, and they'll start limping to try and complete the play before they actually go on the floor because they're hurt.
yeah.
Like, the
See, that
detail in
kinda
there is
stuff.
insane, but that's not in the EA games. And I think once again for E3, EA is gonna just suck. Okay, it's gonna be like, hey, look at the new installments of the sports games that we're putting out. Won't they be different this year?
But they are different though. Like I taught someone, Joe at work. He buys every single new Madden game because honestly, the roster changes are a new game for him, and those are people who like football enough to like know every single roster change, like follow all this. They'll like it. They like the immersion of it.
I thought if you had those games connected up online, as like people got injured in real life and roster changes happen, I thought they actually happened in the game. I thought.
Yeah.
So it like nullifies any kind of reason to get the new one. I don't know.
And
But,
also,
like I
I mean,
said-
The
if,
roster changes only go so far. Like, I have NHL 14. I can only get roster changes up to probably the end of last year. So,
Okay. Yeah.
It does. I don't know. I don't understand why it does, but he really likes.
yeah, I'm not
You
gonna
really like
tell him
the
that
new
he's
one.
wrong. It's just
Because,
that
bruh, I can sit on my couch, I can play you in this game, and I can whoop your ass because I'm better than you, bruh.
Yep. Yes, you can.
Mhm. But yeah, I do feel that there still is an issue with the EA games.
Oh,
They're just not
absolutely.
progressing enough to
We
really
see
warrant
that.
it. Hmm.
But the general
The casual
populace of
gamer market
people
is
will
just
not
saying,
see it.
"Oh, look, a new game."
Yeah.
Oh, look,
That's not good.
another Madden. It's got to be different. Why would they reprint the same game? That's mine.
Mm-hmm. Though, I mean, Madden has gotten lawsuits before. There's actually a couple class action lawsuits that they claimed that their game was overpriced for the amount of changes that they made. I'm not sure if they won or they settled or not, but there have been multiple lawsuits against them for
They
the.
probably settled because EA has too much money.
Mm-hmm.
They can buy anything.
One little quickie for the Madden 16 thing: they did announce who is on the cover for Madden 16. It's Odell Beckham Jr. from the New York Giants.
Yep, I'm pissed. It's the only thing I don't like about this game is because I don't know if anybody's ever heard of it, if you care at all. The Madden curse is real.
Yeah.
Basically, what the Madden curse states is if you're on the cover of Madden,
You
your
end up
team
getting
that
injured,
year
right?
is going to
Something like
fucking suck.
Okay.
And it's the New York Giants.
And it's the New York Giants, which is my fucking favorite football team.
Hey, don't worry, don't worry.
Me.
I'm a
Can you
Jets
cry
fan.
for
The
your
Madden curse
tears?
has existed since 1970. So, I'm just imagining, like, they had, like, one of those little, like, electric football games, and they put a Jets player on the front of it, and they just, in 1970, it just started going downhill from there. So, that's enough with Madden. Next up, big story, Blizzard has banned 100,000 World of Warcraft accounts. Most of these are either complete bans or bans for, like, up to 6 months. The reason that they did this is that these accounts have all been associated with like cheating online, usually in PvP and multiplayer stuff. So they've been kind of hacking and doing bad stuff. So they got rid of them for that amount of time.
Good for them.
I'm not really sure what to discuss about this. I'm just kind of impressed that they were able to track down all 100,000.
So basically, what it was the World of Warcraft community has been slipping away for God knows how long. They've decreased a bunch of subscribers in the past 2 years, and most new subscribers were bots. People were using the game to bot it, to make money, to sell that, or to make money in-game, to then sell the in-game money for real-life money and make a business.
Mm-hmm.
Which is completely against rules.
Yeah.
But basically what it was you can pay, and not that I've done this or anything, you can pay like, let's say $30, and what they'll do is either some Chinese guy or some computer program will take your account, go into a PvP match, and just stand there and move a little bit at a time so he doesn't get kicked for being inactive, and you'll just get the reward of the points whether your team wins or loses, and they'll keep doing that up to the specified value that you paid for. And then when it's done, they go, here's your account back, here, give me my money. So Blizzard was like, yeah, we're gonna stop doing that. You're all banned.
I think I was reading an article about that one time, and like there are literally people that like that is their job in China.
Yeah,
just doing that.
That's their job.
I've seen the same kind of stuff with Facebook. Like fake Facebook if you like, you can, like the things like through Facebook you can promote your thing, and a lot of the accounts, like when you get promoted, that end up like subscribing to you or whatever, end up being fake accounts, which in the long run hurts like a like page or something like that, because when you post something, it doesn't go on the wall of every one of your followers.
Yeah.
It only goes on a certain amount. Then it uses like algorithms to look at, okay, how many percentage of people liked it, commented, and then it'll put out more and more and more to other people's. So if it's going out to all these accounts that like aren't real and no activity or anything, boom, now none of your stuff gets distributed.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same idea, like people that have jobs that are just, they make fake Facebook accounts over and over and over and over again.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure ZD like got a bot and had it grind in RuneScape for a while to get,
and then he got banned for it.
Yep, because you can pay memberships with in-game money now.
Yep.
So him grinding, or him just having a bot farm for him, ended up getting them kicked out. Which I actually, now that I think about it, that's kind of funny that, like, off topic, Weren't him and Tyler like completely against like AFK farming of things, and then he goes and gets a bot
I don't
to
think
go
Tyler
AFK
was.
farm?
Because when Tyler used to play RuneScape a lot, he used to
Oh, no.
set up bots
No.
and stuff like that all the time.
No,
to
this
farm.
isn't about RuneScape.
No, this is about Destiny.
Oh yeah.
Oh
About
God.
the cave of
Oh
the Cave
God.
of Wonder and releasing the Hive.
Yep.
And he's just like, why would you do that? Like, why would you just stand in one spot and just AFK shoot your gun? Like, that's why would you do that? That's wasting your time.
I kind of want
That's
Tyler to
ruining your
be. I wish
immersion.
Tyler was here right now so we could have this debate.
No, we already discussed that topic in a different podcast.
I know,
Go
but
back
like
to that
now, but now
podcast
there's
and watch it.
now there is an added detail. Okay, I'll link the podcast that I was in just in the description below. So check that out if you want to hear the other argument there. But I just kind of want I just wanted to see the bloodbath of just you two fighting about it.
But the thing is, though, too, is Tyler has always done that in RuneScape. I remember a long time ago he used to do that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It could have even been maybe he changed his ways on it. Maybe originally he was with it, but he was just like, you know what? On second thought, this is less fun than I thought it was.
When ZD just recently, when he got banned, had got that account banned for botting, he was. I mean, it was him that was doing it, and Tyler. I think he was giving Tyler some.
Yeah, he was doing
money.
it to give Tyler a membership so that they would play more.
Yeah. Which in that case, I guess it's like Tyler wasn't doing it. So I don't know.
I don't know.
See, he was just trying to be nice.
Yeah.
Releasing the Hive was pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Like I think their only quarrel with it, being off topic a little bit, was they. In any MMO game, there's casuals and then there's hardcores.
Filthy casual.
There is a completely different play style between the casuals and the hardcore. The casuals, they play the game, they have fun, they do their PvP, they'll do some missions, they'll do all this. The hardcores, literally, and I've done this myself because I played WoW for 5 years. Hardcore, like stayed up till 3 a.m. raiding. You literally, expansion gets released, you grind until you are ready to go. Like, for the first 5 days of the expansion being out, that is all you're doing. And if you are not ready by that specific time, you are kicked out, or you are not in the raid, or you're just considered bad. Like, that's just how it is.
And I don't mean to spark any
the casuals have
with
fun.
That letting
in the hardcore.
No. Don't get me wrong. You can play however you want. I found it completely fun that I was, getting raid ready, because doing the raids and, competing to be that server first to bring down this boss is completely fun.
Not only that, doing the raid and getting it done is crazy fun.
Yeah.
So you did say just seconds ago, yeah, the casuals, they play the game, they have fun. But us hardcore guys, we
I mean, I honestly love doing the raids.
I'm sorry, I misspoke.
I'm just making fun of you guys because
I love doing the raid in Destiny, and getting ready for that took me fucking forever.
The raid in Destiny wasn't shit.
I mean, it wasn't. I know that, but I had a lot of fun with it.
I'm just a filthy casual.
I think Tyler's biggest issue with the AFK farming in Destiny specifically, this is just something he told me, so I could be misinterpreting it wrong, was when he would send you a PM or send you something and be like, hey Adam, come do this with us or whatever, and you'd be like, no, I want to do this, and you would just do the AFK farming instead. I think that's more of what would bother him, was instead of playing with your friends, you would do that.
But I was playing with
he was playing with his friends. He was playing with his hard friends.
Yeah, I was playing with him. I was playing with Dave, Alex, Allen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I think that's what was more of the bothersome thing, was that you were choosing to do that instead of playing with him, more so than just the AFK farming, the actual practice of it itself.
Yeah. We won't know because he's not here.
Sure, yeah. That could be a dirty lie for all we know.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's planting the seed for another talkless
That-
5 months.
It's only like 2 weeks.
next-
I don't know what the fuck you're talking
No,
about.
last time the talkless 5 months was between me, you, and Tyler.
Yeah, no. Well, let's not get into personal shit, huh?
Yeah.
Just-
How about
it
we
was- I'm just saying, it was. That's
know.
what it was.
how about we
Get
move forward?
into what it was.
Let's move forward. Matt, you actually have a topic thing. So
What?
I'll let you elaborate on it.
Do. This is actually a topic that I thought of a long time ago, and then
You're
Podcasts
finally free. To...
never
finally
actually
here.
worked for me. It's cross-platform online gaming. The issues that come with it. So, like, the one example that I have is, I don't really play it much anymore. I used to play a lot of War Thunder, and then it got released for console, for PS4. And they made it so the servers were all one server, so people on PC were playing against people on PS4. And the big issue I saw with it was when it was not so much in like arcade battles, but like the more flight simmy style battles. The people on PS4 were at like a high disadvantage because like they're playing against people that are running high-end PCs that have like full flight sim things with yokes and foot pedals and throttle control and everything like that, and then the people on PS4 are still stuck with just playing with their controller. And I guess for me, it's also, I know it's not a thing that actually has happened, but I've thought about it before too, that if they were to do like cross-platform on some sort of like first-person shooter, when it comes to movement, in my opinion, it's easier on a controller. But aim is way easier with a mouse. It just makes sense, like in my mind, like you move a mouse to where you want to shoot. It's not like trying to move a joystick to get your guy to rotate to the right point. So like I guess in my mind, as things move forward, I feel like cross-platform is going to become bigger, so that way they can have huge online communities all for one game, like, and you could play against so many more people. And I guess it just seems like it would, like, an issue would come up with disadvantages and advantages towards one group of people or the other. I don't know if you guys agree or not, but
The thing I really like about cross-platform in itself is because, say you have a group of friends and they all have different consoles, you could still play the same game with each other, even though you all have different things. Like, say if I had a PC, Tyler's got the Wii. Nah, we'll just say PS4 because he has one. Matt's got a Wii, and Adam's got a Virtual Boy. We can all play the same game, different things, but
no, I agree. Like in theory, it's a really, really, really good idea.
Mm-hmm.
If you worry about one group getting an advantage or disadvantage towards, like, in comparison to another.
Especially in things that have communities, because like I used to be a hardcore Skate 3 player, usually with map making, because I'm not that good at video games, so I wasn't like a professional Skate 3 skaterer. But what I noticed is that there were very popular map makers for each side of the spectrum, because there was like the really popular Xbox ones. Like I can't think of the names offhand because it's been a while. I haven't been in middle school in a couple years, so. And then you had the PlayStation 3 guys that they made their maps and they were very popular there, but you really couldn't try each other's maps out unless you had both consoles. So this was kind of like a rip in their community between the Xbox guys and the PlayStation guys. So
Yeah.
I do like how that transfers over there, but when you have these things with the controllers and whatnot, I do agree that with PC there's a little bit more like control mod you can do.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking of the thing I usually play with like racing games.
Yep.
I know, like me, I just do either like I have my my standard controller, or I would run with keys. It depends on the game. Like Trackmania, I can run with the keys pretty good. Like NASCAR games and whatnot, you need one of these bad boys.
Yeah.
But I know that there's people that have full driving peripherals. Like they literally have they just have like a computer set up there with like a driving chair and pedals and wheels and whatnot. It's crazy. Like the guys who reviewed Arca Sim Racing for PC, This guy's got this whole thing in his room, just like.
It's.
So.
I think it comes out more in competitively natured games.
Yeah.
Because then like a Skate 3 game, like something like that, like if it was across, I don't think it would have too much of an issue, like advantages, disadvantages.
It's not using the Tony Hawk's Ride peripheral, which sucked, but...
But like a racing game or like a shooting game or something like that where it's like competitive, I feel like it could definitely, where you're facing, even if it's a 5v5, in let's say like a first person shooter, each little firefight, you're generally playing against one other person. Like it's you and the other person, and whoever has the advantage for controls is going to win.
I guess you can say simply like,
because I mean
the quote unquote simulation
stuff like that.
games, I think, are the ones where you get that kind of disparity, because you can better simulate something per se
On a PC.
Yeah, like not to sound like PC Master Race,
but
there are peripherals for other things. Chico,
there's just more options for PC.
Chico,
go ahead.
For simulation racing cross-platform wouldn't be such a big issue. Project Cars looks almost, if not as good, on PS4 as it does in PC.
Yeah.
Plus, you can get all of the driving peripherals for the game on your PS4.
I guess for me, I more think of it as like for like first-person shooters, or the example I used initially with War Thunder.
Though also, I think more people tend to buy the peripherals when they have a computer than they do a console. Like, I don't know, I think it's just something like, you usually don't think about the expansions on the consoles as much as you do as expansions on a desktop or something. Like, I could be wrong there, but when I think about it, like, if you were to say, oh yeah, add-ons or things, I don't think PlayStation 4 or Xbox, I think the PC. Because that's where you usually see that kind of stuff happen, because most people don't want to play with keyboard.
I agree, and I think it comes from the fact that we look at it as consoles are, in a sense,
like,
I mean,
packages.
not always yet, but they're more. The majority of the people that buy it use consoles, use them more. They're like, I guess you could say, like your casual.
They want a console for this. They don't want it for this.
Yeah, it's the ease.
The only thing is the Wii. The Wii was a good example of one where they had add-ons and people used them. Like with Mario Kart, they had the thing. And Wii Sports, they had the various things that you could break all your vases in the house and beat your friends up.
That's what the wrist guard is for. That's why you don't take that off ever.
Yep,
said no one ever.
Yeah, I never take it off either.
I know, but if you think about it, in the little graphic,
I just never put it on to start.
In the little graphic, he's still holding on to a thing where he's beating his friend and knocking over the prize Ming vase. So, it still doesn't help. You just make sure your kid isn't, like, sadistic toward your friends and furniture.
So yeah, I mean that's all I really wanted to bring up was just.
Yeah, I do think there is a future in that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, there's definitely a future, and I definitely think that there's issues that they need to sort out with it.
I think at the very least it'll just drive up the sales for PC.
Yeah, which is good. I mean, I remember when Modern Warfare 2 first came out and Tyler's playing it on Xbox 360, the amount of people that was playing, and then the amount of people that played on PC was like, literally like, tiny percentage of the amount of people on Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to keep in account here that for current video games, it's almost it's definitely a lot cheaper and a lot easier to buy a console as compared to getting into PC gaming plus all the peripherals. Because console, PS4, I bought it $500. There you go. You can play whatever you want right away. PC, you've got to spend at least, like, to be on ultra graphics, you have to spend at least like $1,000 on a computer. Plus
and you gotta buy really good monitors, really good keyboard,
really good keyboards.
Yeah.
Mouse
pad, mouse.
Well,
a chair.
Mouse
pad. Like you need a $17 mouse pad just to play a game.
We could buy $2 mouse pads. That's something we could.
But you need.
the racing wheel that I've been looking into is another $500.
Yeah.
You also.
I mean, some
keep in
people do
mind,
have the
like,
money though, and they'll just be lead
Right.
online.
No, right.
But...
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's
crazy
definitely a
expensive.
lot easier for a parent to go, oh, here's a PS4, here's an Xbox One, instead of going, oh yeah, here's this custom built gaming computer that I paid $1,000+ for you.
Here's this
Enjoy it, Billy.
rig that I knew you wanted, son.
Hooray!
Yeah. So, it's definitely a lot easier to get into console gaming than it is PC gaming.
A lot comfier too.
True. Couch
Like,
is definitely.
Would
more
you like a
comfortable
brick?
Yeah.
It plays Xbox One games. Boom.
I want to get like an actual gaming chair, but shit's so fucking.
You know how much those are?
Yeah, like
Like $3.
$300.
Yeah.
I like my desk chair. It's perfectly fine for me. Nice mesh back, so when I get sweaty and hot while I'm playing, it cools me down.
My thing is
I have a
leather.
kitchen.
It's hot in the summer.
Yeah, I don't
I
like.
have-
leather.
Yeah, that was an oversight on my part. I'm just like, ooh, dude, it's
I
all
used to use-
leather. I'll be a boss.
You know, like
Kitchen
like
chair.
you know,
can't
like
even see my chair. That's how bad it is.
you know, like the folding
actually on
chairs,
folding chairs.
like metal folding chairs, like that.
Yeah.
Like the one
Yeah.
I'm sitting on.
Is that what you're in?
Well, I'm
Yeah,
sitting on
that's
one right
that.
now.
Yeah, that's what I have been. That I had in my room for the longest time. Then finally this year, I was like, no, I'm gonna buy something.
No,
Yeah.
you need like a deep. Like that's another thing about computer game. You have to have a good chair,
And desk.
or else you're going to start slouching as you play, and that's gonna fuck up your back like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, desk is important as well.
A good desk.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, I agree that there's
Breast
a lot
implants.
more that goes
So that way you can get free
That's
items
only
on
if you
games.
stream. Only if you stream do you need good boobs.
Hey,
That's sexist. Wow.
hey, I'm talking about for me. I stream on Twitch occasionally.
I'm streaming right now.
Sweet.
Wait, what?
He is.
What? The world can see us? You didn't brief us, dude.
Why
Oh,
would you
whatever.
do this without telling your mod?
Oh boy, you're the only one there.
I'm not even there yet. You bastard.
All right, so I believe this ends it for video gaming. Let's go into our brief segment on other media. So, how many people here watch Rick and Morty? Wait, did you thumbs down?
I did. I haven't started watching it yet. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought that meant that you watched it but hated it. I almost killed you.
No.
But
No.
but anyway, so Rick and Morty, they ran their first season. Was it last year or the year before? I think it was last year.
Before.
Or maybe it was like going into whatever.
It might have been in between years.
Mhm. They finally announced their
Because there was a
second
Christmas
season.
special.
There was a Christmas.
There was a Christmas special.
So, they are announcing their season 2 premiere will be July 26th on Adult Swim. It should be good. I can't wait. But they announced something even cooler. On May 17th, which is in a couple days, the Simpsons season finale couch gag will have Rick and Morty in it, and they already released what the couch gag is. So if you don't want to sit through new Simpsons and be sad, you can watch just the couch gag online. And we've all watched it, and oh no, you killed the Simpsons, Morty. Look at that! Oh, look at the
They're
baby
like
one.
American treasure. They're an American treasure.
Look at the baby one. Yeah, that was.
Here, go through this portal and get them fixed up. I'm gonna stay here and make sure no one sees this.
No one's snooping around.
Well, howdy doody, neighbor. Oh God.
Oh, hey, what happened here? Yeah. So I really enjoyed that. And I'm really excited for the next season of Rick and Morty. And for you two that haven't seen it yet, did that couch gag make you want to watch it, or?
Yeah.
Well, Matt doesn't watch anything fun, so.
Oh yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't know. I'm not.
Is
into
it on
that
the
kind of stuff.
Discovery Channel? If it isn't, then I'm not interested.
See, that's the thing is I don't even watch.
Discovery Channel sucks.
I don't even watch Discovery Channel.
I know, but I'm making a joke from like middle school.
I want
watch
to
TV,
watch
really.
more Steven Universe because that was a pretty good show. From the
I
two
still gotta
episodes.
check it out.
Bitch, you watch Gravity Falls. Shut up.
You watch it
I
too.
haven't watched it in a while.
fucking love that show.
Yeah, I mean, Rick and Morty's with Gravity Falls and the two things I watch now. So, like that's
when is
that's
Gravity Falls coming back?
Summer
Nobody
2015.
Oh,
No official date yet. Wait a second. Maybe it'll be July 26th. Same as Rick and Morty. But yeah, I think you should actually give it a shot at it. It's more of an adult cartoon, but it's pretty funny.
Really.
I really like the dialogue, and you actually saw the voice actor in something else, Adam.
What?
Blendon Blandon.
Oh my god, fucking
the guy who plays him also plays the two main characters, Rick and Morty. So
That's one guy?
There's one guy playing both voices.
Holy shit!
Wait, what?
Yeah, both Rick and Morty are Justin Roiland.
I would have never. Wait a second.
That's
okay.
Awesome. I never realized.
So he's talking to himself at the entire show.
Before this, all I'd ever really heard about with Rick and Morty was Perry and Flax working with them for a Dota announcer pack, and I thought it was two guys that he was working with.
Nope, one guy.
No, it's one. Oh, he always said it was one guy.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Justin Roiland. Then they have the other characters.
I'm so excited for that announcer pack, though.
That's why you need to watch the show, so it'll be an even better announcer pack for you.
Yeah.
The funny part about it, though, is like Rick and Morty, like, well, that has nothing to do with Dota, and the guy, from the sounds of it, knows nothing about Dota.
Yeah.
Hey, I think it's even better because you know the way their dialogue is.
Yeah.
Just stammering and just stumbling over everything. So I think it'll be good. So yeah,
I'm
so
excited.
just to reiterate, July 26th is going to be Rick and Morty season 2, and the Simpsons finale is going to be on May 17th. Did they say? Yeah, May 17th. That'll be this Sunday. Yeah. Now, more Simpsons news and a related thing. This is actually kind of bad news for Simpsons fans. Harry Shearer, who plays Ned Flanders, C. Montgomery Burns, Smithers, Dr. Hibbert, and Seymour Skinner, and basically like half the characters on the show, is leaving The Simpsons.
All right.
Well, I mean, I'm a big Simpsons fan, but I haven't watched recently. Like, I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people that says everything after season 10 is bad, because there are people that just like, they like the first 10, but once they get to 11, they're like, nope, cast aside. I like till season 19. Like, I think there was definitely a dip, but season 19 I thought had some strong episodes in it. Then season 20 to 26 I feel really dropped the ball. I really couldn't find anything in there I liked except for like one episode. But this is kind of a sad news. Is it's going to be kind of the end of an era here. There was apparently a big kerfuffle between him and James L. Brooks in terms of negotiations. It's a little cloudy, but I'll try and explain it. So Harry Shearer re-signed with a $14 million contract, which is probably one of the highest voice acting contracts you could possibly get. However, he turned down coming back. They kept it on hold. There were rumors and some saying that it was because of merchandising back end that he wasn't getting enough of. But based on Harry Shearer on Twitter, he stated that it was because he wanted to be able to do other projects other than The Simpsons. So it's a little bit of there's not a lot of information out there. They're not sure if it's just a matter of greed or just a matter of time. James L. Brooks' lawyer said that they will replace him, but I'm not sure how they're going to do that because he provides so many voices on the show, unless they can find someone who can expertly mimic Harry Shearer.
Or a couple people who can do different voices.
So I know none of you are the hugest Simpsons fans, but what do you think about this scenario? Since The Simpsons is, their American treasure, as they mentioned in the couch gag.
It's gonna change the show like crazy.
Sucks, yeah.
We already lost Marsha Wallace. She died last year. So the voice of Edna Krabappel passed away. And some of the voice cast getting pretty old. Harry Shearer is 71. Still doing stuff.
Do you think The Simpsons will end anytime soon?
They literally
because of this?
They just signed a contract to make 2 more seasons. They're going to season 28.
Okay, so after those 2 seasons, because of the cast and all that other good jazz, do you think it'll end?
I don't know. As the song goes, you'll never stop the Simpsons, but I don't know.
Okay, a better question. Do you want The Simpsons to end?
I think it should have ended a while ago. I just don't think it's keeping up with the thing. I know some people like it, but I hear more complaints than I do positive things about it. It could be, just, general whining on the internet, but every episode I've seen of The Simpsons, I have not liked, with the exception of the Lego episode that they put out recently. It was like a Lego crossover. That was really cleverly done. Though there were some issues with the writing that I felt were kind of weak.
Mm-hmm.
I think it should have ended, and they should have been a graceful end. And The Simpsons, this great show, will last forever as one of the greatest. But now I think it's kind of like, oh yeah, that's the show that was really good and then lasted too long. I'm not sure if they'll cancel it after season 28. I think it depends on how good they can replace Harry Shearer's parts. Because he plays some critical people on the show. Ned Flanders, who they've been giving more screen time to. Seymour Skinner, who's useful in basically every school scenario. Mr. Burns, especially, he's a big deal. So yeah. I don't know. I don't have high hopes because they already lost Marshall Wallace playing Edna Krabappel. They lost Harry Shearer, and I don't know how long they're gonna keep this together. It seems like it's slowly falling apart.
Mm-hmm. Well,
that sucks to suck, I guess.
Man,
it just sucks to suck.
That I couldn't have put it better myself, Chico.
You're welcome.
It better myself. So we got one more scheduled topic for today, and it is a television thing. The Supergirl TV trailer is going to be on CBS this fall. They released the first look trailer, which was basically an entire episode. Depends on how long that trailer was.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Crazy.
I would watch that show just for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The funny thing about that is people kept saying that it looked like an SNL skag. Skit.
Skag. Wow.
Really?
Yeah. Like a lot of people were like, this is real. It doesn't look real. It looks like something that should be on like SNL or something like that.
I can understand that. Bring back to it.
I also like the progressiveness of it because the trailer was like trying to be very like progressive, kind of feminist, and then you guys are like, "Duh, she's hot. I'm gonna watch just to look at her."
Well, yeah, that's just how men are.
I hope she flies through a burning. I hope she flies through a burning building and her clothes like kind of burn off.
Bro, the suit is made out of some carbon fiber bullshit that doesn't burn or.
Well, no,
anything.
before she gets in the suit, like there's the one scene in there she flies off in her regular clothes.
That's not.
It was a burning plane engine, but
I'm not like saying.
I think the issue there was she was chopped up to bits.
Your head out of the gutter.
I'm not saying completely naked, just like a little bit.
Matt's the one that when she flies up, he's gonna try and get an upskirt shot. Matt,
gonna be looking at different angles at his TV. Like,
where is he?
I need to get 3D. But
if only 3D actually worked like that.
So instead of perving on Supergirl, how about we talk about the actual trailer itself? What did you guys think about it? Are you excited about this show? Do you think that it could have been done better or worse, or what do you guys think about it?
It's a superhero show. It's a superhero show.
I don't like superhero shows.
Superhero stuff right now is just like
honestly.
It's the new zombie thing.
It's wrecked in the money, so they might as well make a show and bang.
I honestly dislike superhero shows. I don't like them.
I never really got into them either.
I've never watched a superhero show that I actually like. Movies, there's some good superhero movies, but not shows.
I watched the Adam West Batman TV show. A couple months ago. That was pretty fantastic.
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
I hear they're rebooting it with Adam West.
Oh,
He's gonna be really old.
No, it because I've always seen things about it. Like my parents probably saw it when they were kids, all that good stuff.
My parents
Like
loved it. Well, I mean, they like it.
just seeing it and like watching it and actually seeing like when someone gets punched and says "kapow!" Like that's just hilarious to me.
Yeah, I like the idea of superhero shows, but I just think like at least lately the market's just been really oversaturated with them.
Yeah.
Especially like DC's putting out a new show. I forget what it's called. We got Marvel, something or other, touching your butts. I don't know. Supergirl's got a show. You got The Flash. You got Green Arrow. You got, Gotham. You got all this. All these
people are
different.
watching them.
They are watching them.
That's the thing is people are watching them, so they're just gonna keep making them.
Mm-hmm. Like the only thing I haven't bandwagon anything. The only thing my dad's watched was Gotham. He decided to give it a try. Like I had to convince him though because he was like, "Oh, they're probably gonna ruin it." Because
Gotham, from what I've heard, is pretty good.
It's good at parts, but there's some really, really dumb story progression choices that they made. That my dad was like, I was all for the show, and he really liked
until that moment.
He liked the start of the series, but then they got like really crap, and he was like, this is really, they're really train wrecking this story that was so good to start with. So, yeah, I mean, me personally, with Supergirl, just focusing on there, ignoring the superhero show market, it doesn't look that appealing to me. It looks very generic. Like, it could not even be about superpowers and be a show. Like, I
agree.
The humor in it's not that good. I don't like a lot of these characters that well, based on the trailer. I don't even like the protagonist that much. They all seem very bland, very flat. I don't see this doing as well as other things. And they just seem to have really struggled making Supergirl-related stuff because they made a movie in the 80s, which I can't attest to how well it was received, but I don't remember it being received overly well. It's kind of looked at and laughed at a bit from what I can remember. I mean, I could be wrong. There's some diehard fans out there that are like, you, how dare you? But I just don't think it looks that interesting to me. What are your guys' thoughts on that show in particular, not just the superhero market?
This Supergirl in particular is probably like trying to play off like the feminist.
Yeah.
I'm a strong, independent woman, and like shit like that because right now feminism is in or whatnot. So.
Like I don't have an issue with it.
Feminism isn't a fad. It's a serious issue. We need to address it in our country, man.
Like, I think...
Sorry,
because...
I could keep that to myself.
Like, I'm not against the feminist movement at all, and I think that... I like the idea of having strong female characters.
Yeah,
it's just that this one seems to be beating you over the head with it, that it's trying to do it. Just do it.
Like
If you're gonna do it, just do it. Make the strong female character. Don't beat it over the head like, look at how strong this female character is, huh? I see we're doing a good job, huh? You should watch the show.
It sounds like most feminists.
No, they don't sound
Mirror's, on a feminist-related note, Mirror's Edge 2 is actually coming out.
Oh, it is?
Oh.
Yeah, because we were talking about it with Anita Sarkeesian and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, I have nothing against feminists. It's just, there's a lot of really dumb feminists out there.
I wrote a feminist book.
True, you did.
Sex, lies, and the time I ate a pillow.
Yes.
Right?
It was when I ate
that book.
No, it's sex, drugs, and the time I ate an eraser. That was my autobiography.
Eraser. Sex, lies, and the time I ate there later.
Sex,
Eraser.
drugs. It's sex, drugs, and the time I ate
Oh
an
my
eraser.
gosh, I'm fucking up too hard.
John,
Yeah.
you need to send me that book.
I don't actually have it written yet. I need to write this though. The actual book I wrote was that book for Tyler that about his niece playing around in Nintendo games and whatnot.
And
I wrote
that was technically speaking a feminist book.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, so see, like if you're gonna make a feminist thing, just do it. Just you don't need to be like, oh look at this thing. She's a strong independent. Like they even had that thing they were talking about. They're like, well, calling her Supergirl is sexist. It should be Superwoman. And then the other person was like, well, girl power states that girl could be a really good thing. And also, there was the Riot Girl movement back in in the punk rock scene in the 70s and 80s and 90s. And also, this is why it should be a good thing. It's just really preachy.
Yeah.
It's such a preachy thing. Just make her strong, a strong female character.
The scene with her boss, and she's like, "You can't call her Supergirl." And then she was like, "But I'm a girl, and I'm beautiful, and I'm smart, and I'm rich, and I'm blah 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 blah." And it's like, dude, just really? Come on.
I just hate her because she's annoying. Yeah. And also rich. And hotter than me. I'm just jealous now.
Feminism.
But yeah, I mean, like, I don't think this is the thing that's gonna, be a good thing for anything ever. The fire burns and tells me the next topic. So
put it out.
Dude, it would have been hilarious if he was right above me and was just setting my head on fire on the Skype call. But that does it for all our plan topics. Do we got anything else quick?
Holy shit.
It looked like your face turned into a fireball there for a second.
I can't wait for him to just burn down his entire house like right now.
I'm gonna go to light it one of these times and just gonna.
John, we already agreed his house is just a set. It's not an actual house.
He's just homeless. He just lives. He just has this set, and then he sleeps in like a box.
He lives under the dam. He's like the troll under the bridge, except worse.
There isn't even running water.
We just made Chico very, very sad.
Love you.
Well, at least under a bridge, there's running water. The dam, it's all blocked up. Can't get to it.
What's the timer, Chico?
Yeah, how long do we have until we can get more Star Wars action?
Comes out in December.
We've broken him, ladies.
Chico, that's the thing though, is if you bring up Star Wars now, you have someone in the Skype call. Well, I guess you had Tyler before, but you have somebody in the Skype call now that like is just as excited as you are.
I mean, I'm pretty fucking excited. So
I'm so fucking excited. Like I can't even.
What's the timer? You gotta do
What's
it.
the timer? I want to know. I lost count.
Don't make me pull it up. Don't make me take your thing. I will.
Chico.
16, 23, 44, 24.
Say it with gusto. You're excited for this movie.
It's 216 days, 23 hours, 24 minutes, 18 seconds until Star Wars Episode 7.
Thank you. Man, so mark your calendars, everybody. It's going to be great. And Chico, I think you're going to win some awards for that performance.
There's a lot of emotion in there.
You sound like an auctioneer that was really having issues with like time fluctuations. And in line number 4, we're gonna have a thing and soul.
It's not my first bit of voice acting I've done. Cough, cough, cough.
Hey,
John,
sick cow,
cough,
sick
cough.
That thing will be finished next semester, I promise.
Send me the rough thing.
Yeah,
I just want to see it.
I want to see my life
in front of the camera. But anyway, this is going to do it for the Central Nervous System podcast. If you like what you saw today, which, I mean, who could blame you? You can hit that subscribe button down below and give us all that sweet, gooey subscription love.
Or that follow button on Twitch.
Yeah, that Twitch follow button. Because apparently this is streaming on Twitch and no one told me. So
he told us at the beginning. He goes, I think I can actually stream this today.
I wasn't there. I was taking a leak.
I think I might be able to possibly stream this, maybe.
You were there, John. You were there. I was dead at the time. I was on the moon with Steve.
If there were any topics that you wanted to check out today, if you skipped any and you wanted to go back, that's in the description down below. Also, we have links to exterior articles down there as well. Have a topic you think we should cover? Leave that in the description. And
it's exploding.
You mean leave it in the comments? Not
leave it in the description, guys. See if you can hack YouTube.
Please don't hack our account.
Yeah, come on. I dare you to dox Matt.
Dare ya.
I dare you. It's all right. Even if you doxed Matt, you wouldn't get anything interesting.
Just get a lot of belly buttons.
A lot of belly button rings and aviation. So,
The thing. Oh gosh.
that's our favorite acceptable target. So, to all you out there in the virtual world, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye
Bye.
Fucking tired.
Yeah, me too.
I'm tired of all of you.